How do you feel, Da Vinci? Ben Simmons is going to take on the challenges for this year.
Listen, I I need Ben Simmons to come out angry. I need Ben Simmons to come out motivated. I just need Ben Simmons to come out and be the beast we all know he can be. And when me and Sly mentioned it earlier, this is what we're picturing. If he comes out and that Ben Simmons and the Nets in Brooklyn with those two other gentlemen, I mean, that's a real scary team. So I want to see him come out, and I don't want to hear no more excuses. I want when preseason starts, first game, I want to see Ben Simmons suit up. I want to see Ben Simmons on the court. I want to see him playing ball because we haven't heard no excuses. We heard he had surgery. We heard everything was good to go. I hope he's mentally there, right? Because we heard, he had mental issues. That's something I'll never say that's not true or something like that. Absolutely not. So I hope he has that part figured out. But I just want to see him on the court. I want to see Kyrie on the court from the start. I want to see these Nets.
Sly, what do you got to say about that?
Same, yo. I think Ben Simmons gonna come next year with like come back with a vengeance, man. I think he got a lot to prove, and like as much as I think Ben Simmons, I do think he probably got his little issues with offensively being aggressive, I guess you would say. But I think Ben Simmons is a dog at the end of the day. Like Ben Simmons is a competitor. Like how he defends and like Ben Simmons he definitely got some dog in him. Like I just don't think it's been completely unlocked yet. But you figure you put him around KD and Kyrie. No, all he got to do is give them the distribute, push the ball, play defense. I mean,
but Sly, we say all these things because we see all these things. These things should happen, Sly. But at the same time, while you're saying this, Sly, I know you're thinking, how can this happen when we got Steve Nash as the coach?
This is true. This is true. Especially with just thinking like a lot of other teams, they locked in. They like, boom, this is our team. We going in. Boom, we got our three guys. Any other team is thinking like that, right? With Brooklyn, it's all this drama and controversy, and it's like, I mean, on one hand, sometimes I don't think it's real, which I'm kind of hoping. Like, but I mean, imagine if they were locked in, like, yo, we going to win a chip this year with this unit, bro. That's scary, man.
Yeah.
All right. The actions and tone that I use do not reflect on the two gentlemen that are on this panel with me. I've dealt with my own set of mental issue or whatever you want to call it, depression and all that stuff. To see somebody like Giannis, who came into the league without the skills, and then to see him build on that, and then to look at Ben Simmons, I'm sorry, Ben Simmons is like, I ain't gonna call him doo-doo, but I am gonna say he's spoiled. He's throwing away God-given talent because he wants to be with the Kardashians. He wants to be courtside with the jewels on,
doing?
Stop with the match grip.
That's out of pocket, bro.
No. Hey. I let you say what you said, sir. You let me speak. I already told you. Hey, this has nothing to do with you. Okay, my actions and what I say is only gonna follow me, not the two gentlemen here. That's why I let you guys go first. All right, so let me cook. All right, let me cook, sir. All right, listen. Ben Simmons is way too talented to have all these excuses, bro. Like, let's be honest. Giannis is getting better every single year, bro. Every single year. Somebody go tell me on here this man had a jump shot 2 years ago, but he built it. Somebody go tell me he knew how to distribute the ball and all that. No, it took coaching, right? Yet again, we know the Steve Nash stuff. I'm off that. But I'm just saying there was people that helped develop it. Jason Kidd, other people, and he wanted it, bro. Ben Simmons don't look like he wanted. Ben Simmons got his money, and you come on, you guys ain't gonna act like there's not some players in the NFL, hockey, basketball, baseball. They get paid and they mail it in, bro.
But he didn't. Did he mail it in though? Last time we seen him on a court, he a young player. He had a young player moment.
Okay, so hold on there.
I wouldn't say he filled it in because he had a good season that year.
Exactly. This is why I've always defended Ben Simmons, right? Okay, so everybody's acting like that season when they lost to Atlanta, Ben Simmons was not cooking and he wasn't having a good season. Ben Simmons had a bad series. People did the same thing. Slide. People did the same thing to PG.
Facts.
Right? So,
and I'm one of them too. Just so you know.
Of course you're one of them. Yeah.
Same thing to PG, Kobe, Bron, DJ. Like all those guys had rough playoff experiences. Like, and that's why I'm like, why ain't going so? I didn't get it personally. Like dog. All these young guys had. Remember, Kobe shot them 2 air balls against Utah. Bron had his hiccups in the playoffs. Like MJ was getting swept. Like dog, the man. He had a rough time in that series, but let's not get it twisted. He gave Trae Young hell. Once they switched and they put him on, he was giving Trae Young hell, man. Like, I don't know. And last year he went through his issues. He was hurt. He had his mental issues, but I'm not ready to write him off yet. And by the way, King, I wanted to say, I agree with everything you said. I do think he's spoiled. I do think he's a little entitled. Like, he grew up. He been the number one. He was like the number one high school players from like 9th grade to like, he was number one college player, number one overall pick. So he probably is a little, but let's be clear. He ain't in Giannis' position. Giannis got to carry that franchise. Ben Simmons is the third option. He essentially he has a role. Like, so all you got to do is play his role, and he's with 2 all-time greats. So he ain't in Giannis' position. Giannis kind of got to do that. Ben Simmons, if he came back the same exact Ben Simmons we remember from 2018 with KD and Kyrie, they can win a chip. So I mean, it ain't right, but I mean, if he didn't get any better, there's still like a title contender. Like, you know what I mean?
Listen, I feel both you gentlemen, okay? I understand exactly what you gentlemen are saying. And I know I come off harsh, but I have to be harsh in this situation when it comes to Ben Simmons, because when he was in Philly, him and Embiid were button heads. And to be honest, if he had a mid-range shot, he would have helped Embiid out so much more offensively. It's all good to be a good defensive player, but we gonna sit here and act like Bruce Bowden didn't put in work on the offensive end, and he ain't nothing special. But defensively, he locking people up. Don't forget Allen from Memphis. These guys are less talented than Ben Simmons. Is that fair to say? But what do they have that he doesn't have? Heart. They have that dog in them.
Listen, I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to disagree with you on that part. The part about all those guys, but I'm not going to really question his heart. I don't know the man personally.
Yeah, how many jump shots he took in the last 3 years?
Hold on,
how many jump shots has he took in the last 3 years?
Just taking jump shots have to do with how much art he has.
I see it on IG all summer. This guy's taking faders and all. Come on, you guys can't tell me you don't see this on IG.
Hold on.
And then it comes to the NBA game, and you don't see it, bro.
Okay, hold on. Hey, I agree with you on that, right? I don't want to see him shooting jump shots on YouTube and all of that stuff, and I don't want to see him doing that, and then you don't do that in the game. I don't want to see it, right? I agree with you on that, 100%.